Today is August 3rd. I'm going to discuss whether it's a buying point for many popular stocks. First, Amazon. It has dropped a lot for such a large cap tech, and it's coming down to 120 moving average. Um, I think it would be more comfortable if you hold on here because there's some selling pressure, even if some people might want to think that this is a good bargain now. But I think the good buying point would be somewhere around 3100, 3200. Okay, that will be a more comfortable entry point for you. Facebook, I think an obvious support line is around 337. The price, I think, is going to come down to this level pretty soon. If you want to start a position, start a small position around this line. Okay, let's take a look at Google. Google is slightly firmer, but it's also coming down due to the weakness of these recent weeks. Okay, I'm seeing that a good starting point, if you want to enter earlier, would be around 2,600. Okay, let's look at the cost distribution. It actually tells us it'll be even better if we can start like even below 2,600, somewhere around maybe 2,550. Okay, there is right above some of the major transaction lines. Okay, around this point. So if you want to buy somewhere around 2,600, it's okay. Start small, but you can add more at around 2,550. At around this green candlestick here. That would be better. Okay, Tesla, we're seeing it finally breaking out above 700, going to the upside. However, there are a lot of pressure about this. So today we're seeing a little bit of a sell-off. I think it's a temporary break because the major indices are not doing so well. So if it's okay for you, if you have faith in this company, I wouldn't fight you if you want to get in right at this point around 700, and beware to cut your loss if the stock goes down further. And if it comes down, another major support is around 630. So I think it might be a better idea if the stock comes down around or below the center line of this green candlestick. Okay, that's where you want to add more to this. Apple, it's been consolidating after earnings. Again, I think it would be great if the price can come down to below 140, right? Looking at the cost distribution, 140, it's kind of like a neck. Okay, below 140 there will be some major support. And if you look at the options, right? Let's look at the options. 140 put gives you about $11-12. 150 call gives you around similar amount. Okay, so 140 and 150. 140 is where here, 150 is here. So since the stock is closer to 150, slightly, okay, I think this has mean that the options market has shown a little bit of a bearish for this stock. So I would think that the major support line is right around 140, somewhere around here. The best performing is still Microsoft. It's not dropping that much. Okay, but again, you don't know what direction the market is going to turn. So I think a better starting point is right above below this gap, right here, below this, somewhere around 280. Okay, I would be even more comfortable if it goes down around 30-day moving average. Okay, or even 60-day moving average, if you are patient enough. Today's the news where L Brands renamed to Bath Body Works. Okay, it's not a huge job, it's just a price adjustment after the change of the ticker symbol. Okay. Let's see. Let's take a look at some of the airline stocks. Okay. Again, the news about Delta variant spreading wildly has been used against these stocks. But I think since we have tested this support line, okay, for Delta it's around 38, we can be comfortable just buying somewhere around 38.5 or 38 or 70, 37.5, somewhere around this point would be a good starting point if you want to get into these airline stocks. Okay, it's not a high price, and I think they're going to bounce back sometime soon, even after post-pandemic, where maybe business travel is not so frequent. But I still think these would have a major upside once we absorb the news of the variant. Cruise lines, similar, very similar. The support line is still around this point. I would maybe start buying when it maybe drops another maybe 4 or 5%. You can just start your position here because it's cheap, okay, compared to pre-pandemic. Okay, let's look at the bank stocks. Wells Fargo, it's been consolidating at the upper range of this channel because it has the best earning among those banks. Compared to pre-pandemic, the price is still similar. So I think it will be a good starting point if you want to buy somewhere around $42, $43, okay, or even somewhere at the middle of this green candlestick, 43, 44. When the price comes down, because I think the 10-year yield is going to continue dropping at the current situation, because I mean the bond market is still very strong. People have so much money, they have so much liquidity, they want to buy bonds, okay, especially when the Fed is has some debt limit that they cannot issue more bonds. Bonds are more precious now. People are still buying bonds. That means the 10-year yield interest rate is going to go down further. So I don't think there is a huge upside for the banks. Probably it will gradually come down. So I will be patiently waiting around $43 for Wells Fargo. Same for Bank of America, right? I have seen some support around 36. I would start a position at this point if it comes down to that again. Looking at some of the growth stocks, okay, Palantir showing continued support around $18 to $19, starting from this big green candlestick at the very beginning, and then tested it in May, where we say sell in May and go away. Remember that? And August is not a good month for stock either, so I would expect the price to maybe come down around 19 or 80, 19 or 18. Okay, that is a good point if you want to buy. Today we're even seeing some of the people, maybe retail traders, they are showing a lot of buying power today. I'm not sure if we'll consolidate around $21 and break to the upside, or maybe break to the downside, depending on the major indices, what the market is going in general. But to be safe, to be just safe, I would at least wait for it to go under $20, okay? Roblox, okay, previously very hyped, just like a pump and dump scheme. However, I do think that around $70 is a major support, because it's the middle of the first green candlestick, and we see these two green pull-ups also starting from around $70. So I think major support line is around this point. Okay, let's see. Cost distribution, $70. Below that, there are diminishing cost distributions. So indeed, $70 is what I'll be looking at. Okay, you can start small at around this price. Plug Power. I think the stock has been showing a lot of weakness lately, especially when the 120-day moving average is still going down. Short-term and long-term moving averages are not in favor, so I think it'll be maybe a further drop, but not too much. We still see support around 21, 22. Okay, support line around here. So if you like this stock, if you think clean energy is the future, I wouldn't fight you if you start positioning right here, $21, $22, because there are not too much cost distribution under that price. Okay, and even if you look at the options market, okay, there's a huge difference, right? between 20 and 18.5. So $20 is where people think it might go to. Okay, that $4 for 100 shares of plug power at this price, people think it's very likely. So I set an alert, around 20. If it goes below that, I would definitely go into this. Chinese EV stocks new. It has suffered a lot on July 27th from the Chinese government crackdown. It's bounced back with good amount of volume. Okay, but I would not chase here. I don't think the Chinese government has done their drama. It might just come again out of nowhere. So I would wait at least till the stock goes somewhere around $38. This is a good starting point for new. Similar for XPeng. We see a consolidation of these moving average lines here around, I think it's still the support line for XPeng as well, $34. I would wait here patiently. Don't chase it, okay? It might be just like a repeat of the previous pump and dump here. It might just repeat, Alibaba revenue miss. It's a good quarter for Alibaba, but still, the market is not treating it well. But some people are saying that it's time to buy these Chinese stocks because they think the crackdown is almost over. But be patient, right? Be patient. Wait for it to drop around 190. Okay, this is a more comfortable place for you to go in. This stock has been hammered. It's really hammered down from 300 more. Stock price is right at the 2019 level. That's unbelievable. It's cheap, but the politics are uncertain. Just maybe start small position when you're more comfortable. When the Chinese government is done, when the fines are finally finalized, that's when you will want to add more. Not now. Pinterest, we're seeing the support line being tested again, which is around 55, 57. And that is after a user growth miss. Even if the revenue grows more than 100%, the growth of user is slowing. So we're seeing a huge gap down. The ARK found bought some around this, but this stock is mostly dependent on the indices, dependent on the overall market trend. We're seeing, I'm not sure if it's somebody's buying or it's just continuing consolidation. But if it goes down further around 55, that's a good starting point. That's a major support line. Okay. Cool. Thanks for watching.